In the higher PE exam, there's this one command word that can make or break your grade: analyze. It's one of those things that if you get it right, you're flying. But if you get it wrong, it can be super frustrating. So today, we are going to crack the code on this so you can nail these questions every single time.
Does this sound familiar? You're staring at the page, you see the word analyze, and your mind just goes blank. You're not alone. It's a huge hurdle. But what if I told you there's a simple, almost secret formula that guarantees a perfect answer?
Well, here it is. We call it the 3 I's formula. Honestly, it's simple, it's really powerful, and it is about to become your absolute secret weapon for any analyze question they can possibly throw at you.
So, what are these 3 I's? Well, they stand for identify, implication, and impact. And that's it. That's the whole framework. Just 3 little steps that build on each other to create a perfect, watertight analysis. Let's break down what each one actually means.
The whole process is incredibly logical when you see it laid out. First, you identify one specific point. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Then you explain its implication. So what's the immediate effect of that point? And finally, you link it all to the impact, the big picture consequence on your overall performance. It's all about creating this really clear chain of cause and effect.
Okay, so theory is great and all, but let's see what this actually looks like in a real exam-style question. We're going to walk through a proper example step by step, and you'll see just how easy it is to apply this 3 I's formula. All right, here's our question. Analyze the approach mental rehearsal with music. Total classic. So, using our new formula, how do we start building our answer to get just 1 mark? Okay, let's build this together. First up, we identify a point. Something simple, like one benefit of mental rehearsal with music was that I could choose my own music. Perfect. That's our starting block.
Now, what's the implication? We have to explain what that actually means in practice, so we add, this means that I could pick classical music when I felt my anxiety levels were too high before performance. See? We've just added a really important layer of detail.
And finally, we bring it home with the impact on performance. As a result, I was able to be calmer when I walked onto court to start the game and focus on my performance. You see how that flows? One sentence leads logically right into the next, building a complete, powerful point. And boom, just like that, with that perfect little chain of logic, identify, implication, impact, you've just secured 1 full mark. It's a complete, well-analyzed point. Simple as that. But what happens when the question is worth more than 1 mark? Say 4 marks. Well, this is where the real beauty of this formula shines through. It's completely scalable. Seriously, if the question is worth 4 marks, you don't need some new complicated strategy. You just repeat the 3 I's formula 4 times. That's it. 4 separate little mini paragraphs, each one following that same identify, implication, impact structure, and that'll get you all 4 marks. Now, here's a tip that will separate a good answer from a great one: balance. To really show you're analyzing, you can't just list 4 positives. The top scoring answers will always dig into both the pros and the cons. That's how you prove to the examiner that you're thinking critically about the whole picture. And hey, here's a quick pro tip just to make your writing sound super smooth. Use simple little linking phrases like "this means that" to introduce your implication and, as a result, to kick off your impact. It just glues everything together and makes your analysis sound really professional. Okay, so to wrap all this up, let's create a super simple checklist. This is perfect for you to check your own work or even for parents or family members who want to help you with your revision. So, before you move on from a question, just do a quick mental check. First, have you written the right number of points for the marks? And second, does every single one of those points follow that identify, implication, and impact structure? If you can tick those boxes for each mini paragraph, you know you've built a rock-solid answer.
So there you have it, the 3 I's formula. And this isn't just some exam trick. It's a genuinely powerful way of thinking, breaking things down into a point, its immediate effect, and its ultimate consequence. That's a skill you can use absolutely anywhere. So the real question isn't just about your PE exam, it's how can you use this way of thinking to better understand everything else around you?